Okay, there we go. Now we're coming through. How's it going, everybody? I am Blank, and as you can see, I am alone today. I just wanted to let you guys know that this is yet another pre-recorded episode. I won't spend a whole lot of time here because we have another set of the beginning. What I did want to say, though, is that this episode ended up being so long that we had to cut it into two different pieces. So this week and then the week following will be these pre-recorded episodes, and then we will be back to live the show following. Anyway, this particular episode, we get to the first break period, and that's will be the end of the episode, just so you guys aren't caught off guard by that part. Anyway, I'll probably see you after I finish the stream. So have fun, enjoy this episode. Really proud of it. Hope you enjoy as well. We'll see ya later, alligators. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's episode of Shades of Scarlet. We are a Cyberpunk Red tabletop and actual play, and we go by the name Saves vs. Death. This podcast in particular airs every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/Saves vs. Death. As a reminder, briefly, we are pre-recorded tonight. And that is because so our friend Angus can join us to the party. Ewan, whatever, whoever you are. Anyway, I am Blank, the game master referee, and also Asmodeus.
Asmodeus.
That's not how you spell Asmodeus. With me today is Jess as Moxie11, as Astaroth, Games as Wraith, as Aslan. Fucking asses, you asshole. Anna as Checkers, as Astra. Hades as Deeps, as Asimov. And Ewan, that's not how you spell Ewan either, as Angus, as assassin. And Blank, why are you putting me at the end and the beginning of this? This is ridiculous.
You're the alpha and the omega.
Oh, I see. And Blank with assassinate us all as mwahahahahahahaha. That is the end of my spiel. And I will pass the mic on to someone else to talk.
Technically, it's not the end of your spiel, but I'll go take it.
It's not?
No.
Whoops. Just kidding. We're happy to announce RNG D&D will be aired live very soon. Thursday, October 5th will be our first episode. We had to push it back for this particular episode, so sorry about that, folks. But we are actually going to get to do it. I know we've been talking about it for many moons. Many moons.
We've been doing it just behind the scenes.
Yeah, true. But for those of you who don't know, RNG D&D is a game of Dungeons and Dragons where we pretty much randomize everything, the story, the plot, the characters, all that stuff, and then we try to use a little bit of logic to make it all make sense together. So
also, we're not doing 5th edition RPG or D&D, which you may be used to. We're doing classic, so everything is brutal all the time.
It's kind of classic. It's actually one of the offshoots called Advanced Fantasy Old School Essentials. It's a really good system that just takes the old B&X Dungeons and Dragons editions and kind of streamlines them a little bit. And it's really fun. It's really brutal. And we have definitely taken some precautions against the brutality, but I think the house rules will make sense, and you'll see how it works.
If you're a Patreon member, you can watch us in our first run through get completely TPK'd. So that's fun. Also,
why would you spoil it for them?
We're starting a new series. I don't think they'll think it's a continuation. And I said
they might.
Brutal. if you like what we do and would like to see us continue to get better, there are ways that you can help support us. One of those ways is to subscribe to us here on twitch.tv. You can do that, and I believe it's still September when this airs. I'm not 100% sure. So last days, get in those discounted subs for 30% off. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you can marry your Amazon Prime and Twitch account. When they kiss, then you'll get a free subscription every month. You could spend that on us. It won't cost you anything, but it sure would help us out a lot. Other ways that you can help us is we have a Patreon. If you go to it, you can get cool stuff like hats and mugs and hoodies and such. They're neat. And you also get access to things like the Moxie files, the RNG RPG that we were just talking about, as well as all of our character creation, including Ewan's character creation episode. So check it out.
Yeah.
You also get access to things early. So that's always cool. So yeah, those are some of the ways you can help us out. Other ways, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies, like us, follow us, comment on anything we do. We're available on any website. Just type in Save Source Death and you'll find us. So
Indeed. The
All right,
end.
well, let's talk about the merch store we have. We have merch at savesourcesdeath.redbubble.com, and we're adding new merch every now and then. But right now we have 6 designs to choose from. If there's an image you like, hit explore and add a design. Add that design to the item of your choice. Hats, mugs, hoodies, phone cases, stuff like that. We all have that. All the profits go directly back to the show so we can get more content going for you. And that helps us get better equipment, stuff like that.
Indeed. And we do need more equipment.
Yes. Yeah, we do. And next is Jess with the follower report.
Yes, I want to welcome a few people to our lovely community, and I'm about to butcher all your names. I fully apologize for this in advance. Maybe not the first one. JP Fox 0766. Welcome. Thank you for having an easy handle that I can pronounce. Bill Chalk. I don't know if that's right. We're gonna go with it. And I want to say it's Yazboo4 because that just seems more fun to me. So that's what I'm going to go with for the last one. So
Sure.
welcome everyone.
Welcome in.
Here.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you very much.
we love you guys.
On a more serious note, I will pass it off to Ada.
So everyone, this is a dark future. And while we might do things like, for example, have conversations about getting a contract and possibly selling out, there are also times when we do really dark stuff. So we have our own tools, we have boundaries for all of us, but we can't do that for everybody. So if you get uncomfortable, please step away for 15 minutes and take care of yourself. It's important to us. And now Blank gives us the last time on.
Last time on Shades of Scarlet.
Dun-dun, dun-dun.
Let us go back to a long time ago. There was an apartment called Shady Acres. Wraith, Moxie, and Angus all lived within this apartment complex, dysfunctional though it was. One day, they were tricked to leave the apartment by a big bad wolf, one of Angus's mortal enemies. Another solo called Streamline. The apartment, while they were out, was destroyed, killing everyone within. The team decides to go back the next day to collect some of their things, but a gang called Maelstrom messes up that party, and the group deltas before they get anything. All but Angus leave, and Angus stays behind to cover the team's exit. We scroll to a few months later. After months of digging, research, and bloodshed, Angus never came back. But the team manages to stick together and accomplish a high-profile job. They bring down an XBD ring and discover the existence of a chip called Fresh Slate. The chip appears to wipe the memory of its victims and allows someone to implant commands which they follow without regard for themselves. The team learns that Streamline Streamline is somehow involved in this. Today, Angus has returned, looking haggard and beat up. He says he's been held captive by Streamline all these months, and now is the time to strike. The team immediately agrees because they know that he is bad news, and they have to put him down before he puts them down. And we begin with the team driving normally through Night City traffic.
So we're all really angry.
You're all angry with angry faces on.
I'm so angry.
I'm
the
sorry,
way I know
checkers
how
with
to
an angry
express it.
face is probably just cute.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I could see that.
I do picture like some sort of whimsical smile rather than anger. You guys, what?
Will you check your texts?
Oh, sure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where am I?
Or chat on this thing or whatever. I just want to make sure.
No, it's all good. Let me look here. Yes,
Okay.
we're good. So we all or I'm sorry, the team entirely is driving split between two cars. Moxie and Angus in the behind car, the rear guard.
Mhm.
And Wraith, Rex, Checkers, Deeps, and Cammy all taking up the forward. You guys are driving through the streets of Night City, and I am going to take us a little bit back, just on your journey there, because there are some things that I had forgotten to mention that I do want to fit in here. As you guys are driving, night has fallen. The sky is entirely black. All that illuminates the streets are the broken, flickering lamp poles that you see swishing by occasionally, and the neon lights from the different businesses that once were and just still have their lights on. Most of the lettering has been broken, I suppose. And you guys are continuing down the street when Wraith, you get a text message.
And I have my phone on silent. I check it.
Okay. It's from David Lee. And the text says, when is this supposed to happen?
I'm going to text back. Will you be able to meet tomorrow night at Spicy Pete's to talk about it?
Yeah, I guess I can do that. Why don't you meet tonight?
Unfortunately, I'm trying to take care of something real quick before I can't do it anymore. It's a time thing. So maybe later tonight. How late are you going to be up?
As late as you need.
All right. I'll send you a message in a bit.
Nova. You guys continue on down the road. Is there anything in this car that needs to be said to amongst each other than that?
Yes.
Okay.
Moxie will take out her agent, put it somewhere on the dash, put it, agent.
Yes.
Activate speaker and record in our outgoing call to Lady G.
Beep.
Call Lady G.
Bring, bring. Remind me who this is? I think I have a
Tammy.
message. Oh, Lady G. I'm dumb. Okay. Cammy in your guys' car looks down at her phone and she picks up. Hey, what's up?
Hi, can you put it on speaker?
Sure.
Thanks.
She flips her phone on speaker, and Moxie's voice projects to the whole car. Rex turns down the volume on his radio.
Do.
So we have a plan to get in, but nothing beyond that. I was thinking, hopefully, Angus and I will go to the party, but you guys, since Rex's windows are tinted, can do a drive-by. Maybe see who's inside, who's outside, how we're supposed to get onto the balcony.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
A really quick recon.
I think the fastest entryway is to breach and go from the door. I'll take point and be the first one through since I have the most experience with it. And this rifle's got a shotgun, so I can break the lock on it and be the first one through the door.
Right, a couple of us could sneak in through the bedroom though and be up top
That's true.
before you breach.
We just have to be careful of the drone that flies outside.
Yes, it's circles.
We'll do a quick drive-by, see what we're working with before we hit the party. Stay at the party for a couple of minutes, take some pictures, then head over there.
Well, my plan was to park at the party with Angus and then head over there.
All right. I'm going to have to show up at the party for at least a minute.
After the fact?
Sure.
Okay. Angus, do you know going through the gate is Streamline's house to the right or the left? Are there multiple streets? What is the layout once we get through the gate? Like, because I'm gonna have to follow Race Car for a bit.
It's like it's a wealthy subdivision, so there's houses sit along the drive with space in between them.
Like it's a straight shot, it's a horseshoe, there's interconnecting streets. What are we? Can I break away from his car?
I can
without
chime in
it-
here because I don't think I put this information. You don't know.
So I'll be honest, I was transported through the neighborhood in the back of a van, and my vision of it was through the back of the lots, not through the streets. I made for the cliff sides.
Okay. According to my report, the house is estate number 13. When we're driving by, if we can keep an eye out for that. But I don't want to drive by his house, given that Angus and I are his targets.
What did Mike say his address is?
He lives at number 27.
Okay. All right.
Can we pull it up in like a sat nav on the car? And
You may certainly try.
We'll try to do that on.
Okay, go ahead and roll your library
this will be
search.
This will be embarrassing. Not one of my strengths. Library search.
What?
Library search. Yeah. Turns out you don't get a lot of blood from doing that, so I'm not really good at it. Library search. Where is library search?
In the
Top
middle.
Top what?
Middle column, somewhere in the upper half, I think.
Yeah, I think it's in the middle.
I thought it was like bottom left.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
No, it's like.
All right.
middle,
I'm
top.
starting with a
I
7.
don't know. I don't ever look at the sheet.
I got a 6 and a 7, and that's 13.
Are you
13?
using your agent?
He's using your agent, so he gets a +2.
It's a +2. Yeah,
I
15.
get a 15.
No, the agent is tailored to the user.
I get a 13.
Thank you.
Dude, try.
I don't have an agent because I swam through the ocean.
Yep.
So 13. You're pulling up, looking through maps, and as one might expect for a corporate park, that region is completely, like, kind of just rayed over. Though I will give you this, from the size of it, you probably think it has more than just one row of homes.
You should be able to cut off and come back from another side at some point through the park.
As long,
Get over
yeah,
there.
I just don't want this car with you and I driving by the house. That's all.
Sounds reasonable.
None of you guys have any way of infrared or heat sensors to see what's in the house, how many people are inside?
Think not, but let me check real quick.
I got pretty good night vision.
Oh, do you?
Nope.
I actually think I did get night vision. Low light, yeah. And by think, I mean I know, because that's a major surgery, and I would definitely remember that.
None of us have infrared though, or
Rex, couldn't you see heat signatures when Red Chrome showed up?
Yeah, through my targeting scope. I don't think that'd be a good idea to bring out and start peeping around with, but
on a drive-by.
I didn't know if it could detach from.
I mean,
the
it can
rifle.
detach it, but still, I'm looking through a telescope
And if you detach it, he'd have to then reattach it and recalibrate.
and
it.
recalibrate it. Yeah, it's not a good idea.
No, it's not worth it. All right. See what you can find. Can you guys scan? Can you, Cammy, you and Deeps, can you scan that quickly to see what else might be there? Any other cameras or anything?
I can
It
try.
takes a minute, right?
No, it should be relatively quick.
Well, have you guys do a drive-by, see what you can see, scan the area, see if there's any cameras that I don't know about, which is
Yep.
a good chance there are.
Check to see who's outside, if anybody's inside that you can see through those windows.
Try to
Try
get
to
someone
grab
on the
as
balcony,
much
and then,
information as you can.
and then the plan is once you have that information, try to get some people on the balcony, and then shotgun off through the door.
Well, into the bedroom, right? The bedroom
Well,
should
there would be the
clear.
upstairs, and then we'd go through the entrance. We'd make 2 entries at the same time. That way, if there are multiple people inside, they have to address the threat from multiple angles instead of just one opening.
Right. Okay.
Does anyone have anything else, like a shotgun or anything like that?
Yeah, I got a shotgun.
Okay, then you should go up to the balcony.
All right.
I mean, I have an assault rifle.
And the shotgun, it's because of the large caliber, can actually break through the lock. It's
Okay.
much easier.
Don't know if it matters to you here, but the door on the balcony is a sliding glass door.
Oh,
So
Easy to.
Just
I
throwing that
Easy
out
suppose
to
I
breach.
would know that. I would suppose I
you would know that.
So, yes. So I guess it doesn't matter who goes up there. Never mind. Totally ignore that. It doesn't matter. So long as you can break
Actually-
glass.
Just thought I'd throw it out
that's
there.
a good question. I suppose you wouldn't know if it's bulletproof glass.
He did
would
not
not
shoot
know
any
that.
bullets through it. Yeah.
No, I did not attempt to do that. Still might be best
So-
to send the shotgun up there and hit the lock.
Or someone who can pick a lock.
I can pick locks.
I can pick locks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we have our 2-man team to go up to the balcony.
All right.
All right,
Cool.
so kill Streamline. See if we can capture his contact. Streamline is the dog. I want the master at the end of his leash, because that's who's issuing the orders. If we have to kill them, we have to kill them, but capture if we can. And above all, if shit goes really bad, your lives will live to fight another day. Get out.
Let's try to get this done before midnight.
Do you have a meeting?
You're turning into a pumpkin?
No, but after midnight, it's tomorrow. So,
Are you still worried about that contract thing?
yeah.
Is that it for the plan? Does anybody have any actual questions?
Speaking of which, your phone chimes again.
Why?
Wraith, yeah.
I check it.
Says, don't trust that bitch. I can't believe you trusted that bitch.
Oh,
Let me put my phone on mute.
Okay.
Thank goodness you won't be distracted by anything. So nice to work with professionals again.
yeah.
It's better than being tortured, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong.
Different kind of torture.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right, you're not wrong.
All right. So
Alright,
you
phones
guys,
on silent.
phones on your phones.
Yeah.
You put all of your phones on silent.
Moxie,
Yeah.
well, she's gonna put her she'll have her earpiece, her radio earpiece.
The radio.
I refuse to do that.
You don't have one. But also, do I think it's just regular perception for this, Moxie.
Okay.
Are
There's
we
one
off the
thing,
phone call?
one more thing I would like to do before we get
What?
there. But
Are we off the phone call or are we still on the phone?
I don't know. Are you?
I hung up the phone.
Okay.
She hung up.
18 perception.
Okay. 18, and is that with a -2 because it's dark?
16 perception.
Understood. 16 still not bad. And when you're, kind of messing around, putting your earpiece on, look to Angus, you can see a trickle of blood running down his ear and following the contour of his jaw.
You're bleeding out your ear.
I'll check the ear.
Yep. There's definitely blood in there.
With my 16, do I notice if Angus has any chipjacks in his neck?
He does have a chipjack, yeah, right on the base of his neck.
Angus, have you always had that chipjack?
Yeah. I have, and I'll pull the chip that's in it out. There's only one chip that's in it. I pull it out,
Okay.
hand it to you. When I do that, I grimace in a significant amount of pain. It's a pain editor for blocking out any serious pain.
Okay.
I
As
offer
long
it
as
to
you pull it out.
and I stick it back in.
Immediately, you are filled with just relief when you put the chip back in.
And as you see that relief, it hits, and then for just a moment, Angus appears to just relax, almost as if he doesn't have any weight on his muscles, when there's no tension in his body. And then he takes a breath, and then you can see in his hands and his neck all of the tension come back, and it's back almost to where you think Angus has been. But for that one moment, you think that just maybe he relaxed, and probably the first time he relaxed in months. Do you have a tissue or something I can clean this blood up with?
I'm sure Moxie has something in the car to clean spills.
Sure, in the glove box.
Yeah.
I'll pull it out. And I'll start cleaning it up, the blood off of my cheek and everything. This was never supposed to happen again.
Which part?
All of it, Moxie. I was supposed to be a slum lord of a shitty little apartment complex. I was supposed to be done with everything else. After I lost her and I was no longer useful, I was supposed to just be done.
You've always been useful.
Well,
I mean, not as a landlord that could deal with any of the problems we threw at you, but you were still useful.
well, that's where I was supposed to be useful at. That's all I was capable of, according to them. Could no longer be helpful to their process, to what they needed to get done.
Yeah, well, they're assholes.
Well, you're not wrong there, Moxie. Maybe once this is all over, find something else. Go a couple of weeks without having to kill someone again.
The Nook's pretty stable. Rex offered you a job as a bouncer.
Yeah, I suppose it's a life I could live. It's just been a lot.
Yeah, about that. I'm gonna come across as rude, but I feel if anybody, you'd probably appreciate it. The bluntness. I can only imagine a fraction of what you went through. I know what happened to me at the Lantern nearly pushed me to the edge. And before that, when I was dealing with some traumatic shit, I lost myself. Do I have to worry about that with you? And is there something, some trigger word, some phrase, something that may snap you out of it?
I have been through a lot. But I've been trained in a way that you haven't been. The mission comes first. Take care of the job. Everything else is irrelevant.
Yeah, cyberpsychosis doesn't really give a shit, so if you snap...
Oh, I'm fine there. I'm not that wired.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
I'm trying to live a life that I get to choose. And I have to get rid of some of the things in the path of that. Streamline is one of those things. That's my focus.
We'll be there to support you. Don't forget it.
Well, I appreciate it, Moxie. I'm sorry. Sounds like you guys have been through a lot since I've been gone.
Yeah. A little bit.
After this, maybe we can catch up on it.
I'd like that.
So, how did you guys get keyed back in on Streamline?
Never let him go. Just couldn't find anything until I was captured by the Lantern. When they broke Wraith and I out, I stopped at the terminal, found his name amongst some internal emails, and here we are.
Well, he's a dangerous individual. Trained and willing to go further than just about anybody else. So, once the rest of your team is on scene, I understand you have the mindset that they need to run if they need to, which is fine, but keep them behind me. Tell
Oh,
them
you'll have to talk to them. They don't listen to me fully. They have their own ideas.
Well, we'll try to do a quick sit rep when we get on scene.
Yeah. They'll drive by. We'll take a look and see what we can find. One thing at a time.
Sounds good. Thank you for your help.
Thank you for yours. I was going after him either way. I feel safer that you're with us.
Well, hopefully it'll be better than last time.
Yeah. That'd be great. If I could not, lose another hand.
Fair.
So you guys continue down the road, heading into, at least to Checkers, the familiar area of Pacifica. Corporate housing blocks, small mini malls, just glitz and glam, neon lights, billboards with animated poses animated billboards, for different flavors of Smash, or for kibble brands, or just about any sex toys, anything you can think of. You're entering, or you pass through that kind of area, and I don't know, Checkers, how you feel, but there is a pang of something when you pass by a very familiar corporate park to you.
She'll just be unusually quiet.
Okay. Unusually quiet. She's always quiet.
Okay, fine. If anyone speaks to her or she has to make any comment, it's not going to be the usual run-on babble.
Just kind of like a,
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. Okay. So you head through the area till you get you actually pass by Playland by the Sea. There's a lot of construction going on. It's mostly virtual these days, so there's just these kind of different booths all sat around, but there is a large Ferris wheel and kind of an area towards the back that is a little bit run down, but is currently being rebuilt in certain places. You pass by that and head to the Ocean View neighborhood, I guess, subdivision, where you are greeted with a large wall made of some sort of sleek material. Like, it almost looks like a white marble. Your headlights reflect in it as you come across this park. There's a large iron gate, like a wrought iron gate with wreaths of steel vines just crawling up each of the bars. And as you pull into this, it's kind of like there's a little divider between the exit and the entrance, and sat in between those is a guard booth. You guys pull into that, and then like kind of a exit if you need to turn around. You got kicked out or something. Anyway, the Rex's car pulls up to the front, and there's a security guard in his mid-30s, plain brown hair. He's got one cybernetic eye that kind of looks like a photo lens. And he leans over to the window after opening the booth window and raps on yours. Rex says, "So what's this? What are we gonna say?"
Just roll down your window. I'll do all the talking.
All right.
I
Rex-
also looked up on my agent the name of the guy that was throwing the party.
Yeah, it was Michael.
What was his last name?
Drake. Michael Drake.
Drake.
Yeah,
That's
Drake. Yeah.
right. Hey, how are ya?
I bend down from the passenger seat.
He like bends down to look back at you.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, just another night in Pacifica.
Nice, nice. Hey, we got an appointment over with the Drakes. My name's Wraith. I was invited to a little social gathering.
Got invited to a gathering, huh?
Yes, sir.
He looks over the car for a moment, and then the one behind you guys whistles at that one. Damn, why aren't you riding in that thing?
Because I'm part of a band. I don't know if you've heard of us, but we have to have the van to carry the equipment in.
What's your band's name?
We're the Kabuki All Stars. I'm Wraith.
What's your charismatic impact?
It's currently a 5.
Oh yeah, I think I have heard of you. Well, isn't that swell? He goes back into the booth, like he leans back a little bit, and looks at his computer monitor, types a few things in for a moment. You said Wraith, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me see here. It's typing. I don't know if I see a Wraith. Drake, did you say?
Yeah, I'm here to see Michael Drake. My name is Wraith.
Oh, that's right. Drake. And you said Michael?
Yeah.
Michael. Types on his computer. Definitely has like an old man vibe, which is pretty much my MO lately. So
Takes off his glasses to look at the tablet.
no, he has a cyber eye. He doesn't need glasses.
Puts them on.
Yeah, he puts them on. The cyber eye's just like dilated for some crazy reason. No, he looks up the information on the computer, and then he says, yes, he did leave a note here with the booth. He didn't say you'd be bringing a caravan, though.
Yeah, I'm part of a band.
You can't all fit in one car?
No, equipment. I play the piano. Those are pretty big. You see my car that's behind us, right?
Yeah, I see your car.
A piano wouldn't fit in that, would it?
I don't know. If it's a digital piano, it might fit in the passenger side if you just angled it right and lowered the seat a little bit.
Hey, that's where I take my dates, is in the passenger side.
You're not even in that car.
That's my manager's driving it.
Do me a favor and roll a conversation test for me.
I would love to roll a conversation. Can I spend luck on this, please?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Please.
I'm gonna spend 4 luck.
4?
Oh shit. Unnecessary, hopefully.
No,
My
that's
conversation's not good.
How is your conversation not good?
Is it sympathy based? If I was trying to persuade him, I would be fantastic at this. But I'm never persuading anyone.
Maybe you should phrase your conversations to be more persuasive.
17.
I feel like you are trying to persuade him that you're telling him the truth.
17 conversation.
You raise a good point for this. I do think that I just feel like conversation is more like obfuscating facts. And that's what I feel like you're doing here.
Sure.
So that to me is conversation.
I feel like he's trying to persuade him to believe facts that aren't true.
I'm trying to persuade him to let me enter this facility.
By any means necessary.
Like,
all right.
I will.
I'll give you persuade this one time.
All right. Then I do much better. 8 plus 4 plus 21. Or 8 plus 4 plus 13. 17, 25.
Okay.
He wants
That's
your autograph.
21, did you say? Or 20 what?
25.
25. Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right. The whole band plus equipment wouldn't fit in one car. Well, all right. We are going to need to do a check, though. Make sure you don't have any weapons or anything of that nature. Anything that can hurt somebody.
I understand that that's normal procedure. Is there a way we can get that done on our way out? We're already late to this party. We're supposed to be here at 10.
See, to me, that's persuasion. See, to me.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll it again.
Okay. Spend more luck now. Anytime I have to re-roll something, it's bad news. 19.
19?
Oh wait, I get a bonus
Oh,
2 for my wardrobe style, right?
That's well, I don't know if it's
Plus
2. Let me double
one.
check.
It's plus
trading and
1.
conversation. So your conversation would have actually had +1. Personal grooming, seduction, persuasion, +1.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you actually
no.
have a -1 in personal grooming for not doing it for today.
Okay, but since that affects conversation and not persuasion.
This is
19.
persuasion.
Yeah, but it doesn't affect
Personal
persuasion.
grooming is persuasion. Wardrobe styles.
Oh, is it?
Conversation.
Yes.
Damn. 18.
Okay, 18. Well, on the way out doesn't seem to make much sense to me. I'll tell you what, though. You have to slide me a few eddies and we'll call it good.
That sounds like a good plan. I am going to pay the man.
Okay. How much?
I'm trying to figure out what a acceptable tip for a security guard in this neighborhood would be.
Can you make a streetwise check?
Yeah, can I
Make
Oh,
a
yeah.
streetwise check?
streetwise that?
Yeah.
Can Rex make a streetwise check? Since Rex is doing this?
Since he would be
Kinda
better
feel
at
like
that
he's
than me.
Better at everything than everyone is.
No,
Right?
he's not.
Not everything.
Oh, that's not
He
nice.
never hits anybody when he's shooting.
Yeah, if you ask anybody, he never hits anything.
Just the one time.
It's not true.
Just the one time.
12 plus 4 is 16.
16?
Yeah.
So it is a pretty high class neighborhood, and you are being asked, or you are asking to enter a controlled neighborhood with a security checkpoint for the very thing that the security checkpoint is here for.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna guess that it's probably
300?
I was thinking more like 5 to 1,000.
Ooh. A lot of money. I will go ahead and give him the 1,000.
You're gonna give him the full 1,000.
Yeah.
All right, when you give him the full 1,000, he says, "All right, Mr. Chekhov, it was good to see you."
It's nice to meet you too. Have a good day.
He pushes the button, opens the gate.
I put my wallet back into my very nice suit.
I
Okay.
imagine it's not a nice wallet.
No, it's like a duct tape wallet in a
Just thinking
$8,000
that.
suit.
Yeah, that tracks.
And you guys are let through the gate. Hey,
It's
just one more thing, Mr. Chekhov.
All right, I tell Rex to stop, and I like get out of the
as
car.
you're going through the gate. You don't have to get it out. Okay.
Okay.
But
I'd rather him not walk up to the vehicle again.
he just says, "Be careful. We don't have a great security force on grounds, but if there were, say, gunshots or anything like that, police would be called pretty quick, and they're very quick to respond to things here in Pacifica."
Well, that is actually really comforting to know that I'll be safe in your facility.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go causing any trouble now.
Wouldn't dream of it. Oh,
What's the
hey,
worst that could happen?
hey, stop. Hey, can I ask you a question?
What?
Do you have like a map of the neighborhood? Because I'm trying to find. I'm supposed to be going to 24. I looked
Oh
at the
yeah,
text.
we have an app you can download.
Okay, there's an app for that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
scan the QR code.
Yeah, there's like a QR code at the office. You
Yeah.
scan it, and he authorizes your agent to connect, and
Okay.
you're connected to the kind of just like a mall map, basically, of the neighborhood, and it says you are here. Blink, 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 and
Yeah.
you're at this this. Oh my god, at the entrance gate. And the whole neighborhood is kind of like, it is one street, but it winds back and forth and then comes around into like a circle. So this is just this really windy circle. There is like a cul-de-sac on the far end.
Is it reasonable that we could pass 17 on our way to 24?
Don't we
13 on our way to 27.
Yep, those.
Uh-huh.
Is it reasonable to pass 7 or 13 on your way to 20? What?
7. On our way
Can
to
we
the
pass
party.
Streamline's house on the way to Drake's house is what he's asking.
I
And
think
it
I
not
said it was
be
22.
out of the way.
didn't I? But anyway, I don't know. Numbers are fake. So this is
They're all made up.
Went to school for math. Anyway, you can't. I mean, it's a circle. So yeah, if you go one way, you'll can
Would it be
encounter
logical,
whichever
though?
house first. No, it would definitely not be. Well, I mean, to an extent, the loop kind of connects just a little bit down the road, like you can see it from where your car is parked currently, but it kind of like goes straight, but there's a break off to the right. That is the end of the circle.
Okay.
And you, in order to pass by Michael's house first, you'd have to go to the right.
Okay, so we're gonna go the long way and go straight so that we pass Streamlined. I'm gonna send them a message. If they go to the right, they'll get to the party immediately.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that the long way then?
And then I'm gonna send them a screenshot of the map. So I can't authorize them to use the map. So I'm gonna send them like a capture of it.
Okay. When you try to screen cap, your phone frizzes out and stops.
Can I get it to work after I
Yeah, you have to reboot it. It takes a
Yeah.
few seconds, but it comes
Hey.
back on.
Cammy, can I see your phone?
I take a picture with my agent.
You take a picture.
Yeah.
You now have a duplicate.
I'm gonna
I'll
send
I'll send it to the group chat.
Okay.
You guys never include me on group chats?
Angus doesn't even have an agent right now.
You're there. You don't have the agent.
Honestly,
How-
Moxie's probably you have Moxie's agent right now, so she can focus on driving and you can tell her where she's going and what the plan is.
Looks like they're gonna go. Looks like they're gonna go straight and swing by the house. If we take a right, that'll be towards the party, and then we can go the long way and park off center of the house, so we don't have to have your car up next to it.
Perfect. And you can plot us a route from the party house to his house
Yeah,
in the shadows.
I'm gonna
Wonderful.
send a message back to this group chat and say, Rex, if you could take a look at that, see if there's any spots that you might want to dump out early and try to get into a better position at. Does it look like it's just mostly lined houses though, so it's not like a lot of open field or anything?
No, there's a lot of open lawn.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like a field of dreams or anything.
a nice little bluff overlooking
All right.
Streamline's house.
So let's, you guys are driving into Pacific View, which is a very high class housing neighborhood in the Pacifica district. The one section is kind of located on a bluff, overlooking the Pacific Ocean, and its residents enjoy stunning views of not only the ocean, but the city skyline. Skeletal, however it may be these days, it is still pretty impressive. It's known for its luxurious bungalows, and traveling through it, they really didn't spare many expenses, it seems like. Many of these bungalows are equipped with the latest of technology and amenities, such as swimming pools, large lawns, manicured lawns with patches of wildflowers and large hedges, and really abstract kind of geometrical art. You guys can see a group of well-dressed people walking down the street towards a large house with a fountain in the front yard. They're all laughing and chatting amongst themselves and seem to be enjoying their time together. Yeah, so to answer your question in a very long way, made short now, there are large lawns, but the houses are still relatively close together. Like, you could move quickly between one to the next if you'd like.
I'm also going to send a message back to Moxie's agent that says that Barney Fife said response times are seconds, not minutes here.
Then we'll have to move very fast.
I mean, I do know. No, I don't know anyone. Do I know someone? Do I know someone in Pacifica? I don't think I do. Like, I know Glenn. Well, the NCPD may owe me a favor if it comes to that, but not necessarily in Pacifica, so that's iffy. We'll do this quickly, ideally.
And quietly.
She's more talking to Angus than we're relaying this through text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and send a message out in the group text. It just says, if we need to run, I know a spot we can hide. And then I'll give them an address for the abandoned or mostly empty
section of Playland Ground by the...
Yes, there we go. Yeah.
Is it called Playland by the Sea or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, what happens at this point?
Our
Moxie
team
heads to the right.
Yep.
And goes to the party house.
Our team's going by Streamline's house and driving real slow, like we're lost, but not like drive-by slow, just like we're looking at addresses slow.
Okay. You drive down the street for a little ways before arriving at Streamline's bungalow. It's like a 1.5 storied building with a ceiling that kind of vaults to the left, giving that extra half floor on the entryway side. There are large windows overviewing a very nice patio, which is illuminated with lawn lanterns. You can kind of see inside the building because all of the windows, inside of all of the windows is black. It's just dark, but you can kind of make out a little living space there. The entryway is actually kind of like one walkway that breaks off from a sidewalk that splits into two different directions, one to Streamline's neighbor and then one to his house on the front. The entryway itself is kind of like this Greco-Roman kind of style with these two columns on either side of a large doorway that has windows on the opposite sides of that. And then there is a like a marble-esque statue of a woman without arms and wearing the traditional like toga that's draped across one shoulder.
All right, I'm gonna open a live call for the group.
Okay.
Well, it's well lit as shit. Windows everywhere, and the columns don't provide a lot of support. Surprise is gonna be a problem.
How far away from the
wait.
road is this?
Let me walk back because you said well lit. Only the outside is lit and only the patio. You can
that's
see.
what I'm talking about. I'm
Okay.
talking about our approach.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wait, no, because the patio, if I recall, is off the living room, not the
Correct.
entranceway.
Yeah.
Right, and the bedroom should be near the entryway. The balcony's near the entryway, correct?
Yeah. So is
Yep.
the entryway super well lit or the patio?
There are
Or both?
lights, kind of on either, just like the lawn lights on either side of the walkway leading to the front door. And there is a door light, though his is out.
So the
We
front
can-
door isn't as well lit as the patio.
Yeah, I'd say that's true. I
Okay.
wouldn't say it's like super dark though.
Right. Yeah.
So what we can do is the patio's offset to the entryway, right? Is there a back corner of that that's mostly dark? Patio?
Patio that's mostly dark.
I don't patio. I mean balcony. Balcony. Sorry.
Oh, you mean balcony?
Yeah.
The balcony itself does not appear illuminated. That's true.
I'm talking about on the ground level around the balcony. Is there like a
There.
backside?
So there's a walkway right and kind of facing that walkway. That's what
Right.
leads to the front entrance, and that one is lit.
But if I go to the other side around the entryway, so like it leads up to the entryway and then the balcony is above it. I'm talking about the far side, like towards the back of the
The
property.
balcony is actually a
With the
little
pool?
bit. Yeah, back towards the pool.
Well, kind of, yeah. Off the trying to get in between. I'm trying to get in between the darkness there.
Down that way, yeah, you would assume probably not exactly lit, but how would you get there? I suppose is my question.
It's
Is there
real
a
dark
car
on
in
the
the
inside. Like no lights on inside. Can I perception for?
One thing you notice about this is most people park on the street. There's no garages or anything.
Okay, can I perception for cars parked in this area?
Sure. Go ahead.
8 plus. Anyone remember what my perception is?
14.
I don't think that's
I
true.
think you're guessing.
It's not
12.
that high. I am.
It
I was
12.
close.
You were close. I got 20.
So
Blank,
there
do
are.
I- Do I
Hey.
remember what he drives at all?
Oh yeah. You remember? It's kind of a cherry red Toyota Mitsutani.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Go ahead. Do blanks.
It's not Toyota. I forget the company that makes that.
Yeah, it's not Toyota though. It would be copyright infringement.
Oh, I'm sorry. The company is Mitsutani. It's a Mitsutani Shion.
It's a tiny Shion.
Yep.
Wraith, was there a Mitsutani Shion out front?
When you're looking around, you see a lot of cars. Very fancy, like from quadra turbos to similar cars to what he's talking about. You see a Rayfield down the street a little whiles. It's really luxurious kind of throwback car to like a 1950s gangster mobile with a jet engine. It is pretty sexy. But
Getaway vehicle.
other than
Forget
that,
streamline. Let's do a car heist, guys.
That's what I'm thinking.
you don't see any any Shion matching the description that I gave you.
I'm not seeing a Shion or on the street, no. And it's real dark in there.
What time is it?
Probably about 9:15 at this point.
9:15, not 10:15?
Or I'm sorry, 10:15.
Okay.
He could be holed up in his office.
You want me to go check?
Would he have a meeting in that room where he kept you?
I mean, not one that, if he wanted to intimidate someone, probably. If he was trying to impress someone, probably not.
And I feel like we asked Angus, this sort of player me. Did the back of Streamline's house goes over to the bluffs, correct? There's not a house behind his house?
There is houses behind his house. His house is not on the bluff. Angus
Okay.
had to run across the street and through the neighbor's yard.
Okay. So could we go through from the house behind his?
Probably. It's getting past whatever security system that was unknown to theirs. And likely every house here has some version of a security system. Maybe not as
What are you
intense
guys
as his.
picking up?
Wirelessly.
That's what I was trying to ask. How close are we to the house?
You're close enough to run a scanner program if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Although, how slow are you guys driving?
Real slow, like we're lost.
Slow like they're lost, but not slow enough that they're casing the place. I believe was James's exact description.
They're driving casually.
Yeah. Drifting lazily to the right.
I mean, I can go knock on the door if you want me to check and see if he's home.
No.
No.
I think that'd be a bad idea.
I think
Might
he
be
knows who
worth-
You are.
I'll wait for
Though,
this.
it could be worth maybe calling the gate and seeing if he's home.
What'd you get, Deeps?
19.
19? Yeah, so there are definitely nodes around here. Every once in a while, there is an access point from a camera on the street, like on the street lamps that illuminate the road. There's also a node where Angus had pointed out a camera would be on the front or on the kind of windows facing the patio. There's another one on the entryway for this specific house, and there are a bunch more all around.
I figured there would be lots of cameras.
Yeah,
Um,
cameras and microphones.
and microphones.
Yes.
Whew. There's lots of microphones here. And cameras. Everywhere. Put that in the group chat
We're on a
and
live
say it out
call.
loud.
Yeah. Okay, so don't talk outside the call.
Did you find anything else, Tammy?
Just that's about it. You guys are past the house by now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wraith.
Yeah.
Were the windows dark, like dark you could see into them and there's no lights on, or dark like you can't see inside of them because they're tinted?
Dark, like there's no lights inside. Like I should be able to see the living room, but there's no lights on in there, so
They're not tinted windows.
they didn't look like it. If they are, they're the high tech shit that,
That would be in this neighborhood.
yeah, but like real nice.
You
Next
mean
level.
Like this neighborhood?
This neighborhood's not that great. It's all right.
Moxie's gonna mute her agent for a moment and just look at Angus for a brief second and be like, I missed you.
He's always been. Unmute it. Well, the choice is either to move in or call it off, which isn't really an option for me.
Right. We're definitely moving in.
Either way, if he's not there and he's already moved up his plans and he's already gone, there's definitely a note in there for his computer and all of his data storage.
Well, we
So
could just
there's-
take the computer and data storage.
Yeah, so we could
We'd have
definitely
to
get-
because the architecture is going to be a bitch.
So there's at least value for what you guys are looking for, and maybe possibly where he's at, so I know where to go next.
And we
Last I
can
heard,
play.
he was working near exclusively for NewSat.
Could be.
Would we? Is that? You know how this works, Angus. Can we call and pretend we're from the network? Say he's supposed to have a meeting, or Mary White wants to have a meeting. If he's home. Find out if he's home.
Do I know how this works?
When you recall-
Streamline.
I don't think that NewSat would go
contacted.
through. I don't think NewSat would go through the security desk to contact their employee. I think they would just contact their employee.
What if they couldn't get a hold of the employee?
I think they would send someone.
Fuck.
I don't think that they're going to make a call and ask a security guard to go do a welfare check. That seems unlikely for Streamline's particular set of skills. That if Streamline was in trouble, I doubt that security guard is going to be the one that bails them out. So they'd send a hit team to go make sure he's square and their data's protected.
Another thing to keep in mind is Streamline almost exclusively works for NewSat, which means he's not a direct employee. He is still muscle for hire.
So I think the best bet is to go in. If we can go in, maybe not so loud with the shotgun breach.
Assume the tinted windows. Assume they're inside.
Well, then go loud. The office is in the downstairs to the left.
Actually, if we have two
Gravel.
people who can pick locks, why don't we pick the front door lock and the balcony?
There's a camera in the front door.
We can get around cameras.
If you feel confident in your team.
I am.
Yeah, what'd you want to say?
I would like to do a perception check,
Okay. -2
Um,
for it being dark outside.
but I thought it was lit up now that there's lights.
You're right. It is lit.
Ooh.
Nice.
But it
so
depends,
lit.
where are you trying to look?
Actually, I'm looking for the drone flying around that I've heard about to see
Okay.
if I see it.
Yeah.
And 2, I'm what was the other one? I totally lost it. And if there is a missing car if there's a spot in front of the house that doesn't have a car.
Yeah, okay. So go ahead and roll. And no penalties.
10,
Nice.
Nice.
9, 31.
31.
Hells yeah.
Okay, yeah, you definitely spot the yeah, there's a space in front of I'm sorry if I didn't describe this well earlier, but there's a space in front of his house where the cars would park. There's nothing there.
No, I was just trying to make the point that it was looking for the car, but he didn't say there wasn't a car there. Like,
Gotcha.
I just wanted to see like
Yeah,
normal
the-
house.
yeah. There's
Sorry.
definitely like a spot where somebody, a resident or guest of the house would park, and there's nothing in that area.
Right, because they're pretty protective of their spots, I would assume, with the parking, because
Right.
they're asshole rich people.
Yep.
So, and then do I see a drone?
Yeah. So from you're like twisting around to look back at the house at this point because you're beyond it, and in the background you see the little air drone buzz around the front of the house, moving from west to east.
And now that I'm doing this looking, is the neighbor home that is across, does it look like they're up or awake? Is there lights on in that house?
Their front door light is on. The house lights appear off, but there are cars in front of it.
Okay, thank you. So I've seen the drone. If we had time, I would count how long it would take to get around.
Well, let's get parked offline. Who can pick locks reasonably faster than the hours it takes me?
I can.
I can do electronic locks, digital locks.
Who can do physical?
I can only do
Both.
physical.
I
You
can
can
do
do
both.
both. Okay. And who can manipulate cameras?
I can.
Me and Deeps.
Okay.
Not
Well
the
done.
tech, though.
I mean, I thought that was a hacker thing.
No, you can manually disable cameras.
Oh, then I would have said I can.
Okay. Then I say we still get that. Who's of the two lock pickers? Who's better at climbing? Or being supported by a
They're
boost?
both checking their muscles.
Pretty sure it's Wraith, actually, and
I'm
probably not by
actually pretty
much.
sure it's Wraith, but not by a lot. Exactly.
Yeah,
That is exactly. I'm like,
because every
I
time
would-
Deeps is like, "Oh, I'm not athletic. Oh, I'm not athletic." That's all I
but I do
remember.
crazy athletic things. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
I am
like acting.
athletically competent.
I just assumed Wraith would chime in and say he is definitely the most athletic person.
Plus,
He,
Wraith
he
has
says
the
he's
shotgun,
competent.
so
That is not surprising that you would say that. Who wants to go to the balcony with Wraith?
Not everybody at once.
Can you do electronic locks?
No.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure I can.
Electronic security is all you need for electronics locks.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll go with.
Plus a toolkit.
I mean, I have a toolkit hand.
yeah.
Yep.
She's got a hand for that.
hmm
Got a hand for that.
Electronics.
I have a
Yeah,
lot.
so-
Oh, okay. Electronic security tech. Yeah.
Can anyone
That's
tap in?
cool.
Can anyone try to tap into the drone as it's moving?
Damn
I
right,
have to
Deeps.
get within 8 meters.
That
Sidewalk.
techie can as well with the same skill.
Oh.
While it's
within this-
moving.
Yeah, so it takes like 15 minutes or something like that. But yeah, you can do it.
Who-
I don't understand
I mean-
exactly how it
One.
works in the rules,
The
but
faster one.
I can
Who's
do it,
faster
but
at it?
it'll take me a while.
it might
How
be
long
5
will it
minutes.
take you, Deeps?
It'll take, I mean, physically it would take a while, but if I can get into their network, I can take it down inside. Because it's got to have something controlling it in the net.
Okay.
I'm
The
sorry,
thing
5
is,
minutes
do
to
we-
counter.
Do we know that his house is empty and there's no
There's no car in front of his house.
no admin in his house watching security feeds and controlling that.
Oh, if he has his own force, chances are there's an admin on site.
Because isn't it? Will they know when you enter?
I don't know how he monitors. I know that the last while his house has been where it usually had people in it at regular times. Lately, it's just been him coming and going. That's why I was able to get out.
Right.
Because he no longer had people in the house.
I can
My
scrub.
thing is, if he doesn't have people in the house, great. Does have people in the house, things are going to go sideways really quickly. I just want to be prepared for that.
I wish
It's
we could
prepared
go
as
for
you
shock
can
and awe. Get some of those door knockers, blow a wall down.
I mean,
Do
you
we
could
have
shoot
the-
the explosive on the kitchen door.
Did we give back the door knockers?
I don't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angus and Moxie, you've pulled up to Michael's house at this point, and there are cars like double stacked in the driveway. Or I'm sorry, there's no driveway. Well, they're all parked to the side on the road, so their rear ends are jutting out halfway into the road, just to make that extra room, so they can all line up within the block that belongs to this person. There's people in the lawn just kind of laughing, talking really loud, drinking champagne.
Just keep driving, Moxie.
The door's wide open, and you can hear
You don't want to park here.
a gentle thrum from the sound system within.
Why not?
They're gonna expect us to come up to that house if we park here right now. There's too many people watching us. Just find a dark house and park there.
I mean, none of the houses are dark, but sure.
You know what I mean? The difference between a house full of people and a house with lots of people noticing outside and looking what's going on.
I mean, I was just going to park at the end, so we could have gone either direction, but sure.
If you feel like we can make it through there without them asking us without them causing interference.
As opposed to parking on
s-
someone's random lawn and wondering why my car's there.
It's not
What
how
do you
I
guys
would want to do it. Go ahead, park here.
Can I house a bunch of cars?
Mhm.
Can I park at like the furthest possible spot that would belong to that block in the same manner as the other cars?
Yeah, there'd be I mean, you could. Yeah. Probably.
How many cars at that point are between like mine and the house? Like the front door of the house?
Well, I mean, you don't have to
Roughly.
walk through the cars to get there, obviously, because they're just on the sidewalk. But if that's making sense, they're all parked
Yeah.
perpendicular to the house. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, maybe 5.
Like, do you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to park. Cool. So if I park as like the 10th car, it's still part of that group, but there's enough distance between us and the house where if we turn and walk the other way, it's not the most suspicious thing as opposed to parking right in front of the door and then
Kind of
turning and
depends on
walking the
how
other
you
way.
park. If you park like the other cars that are parked in front of that house, yeah, it'd look a little weird if you're walking a different direction. If you park like a normal car, just parallel with the sidewalk, then
I'll park parallel but close to like that grouping.
okay.
So I could get away with being like, oh no, I'm here for the party, even though I didn't technically park like those cars.
Okay. Sure.
I just want the ability to talk my way into either option.
Sure.
Okay.
You pull the car up and turn off the engine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we make our way over? That was my plan.
Yes. I'm gonna look at the party goers
Okay.
and try to. I'm gonna be carrying a shotgun. That's big enough. It's light but big enough to be noticeable, so I'm gonna try to.
Well, it's
stay in
a
the dark.
SMG with a shotgun undermount.
Oh, I guess that's pretty small.
Yeah.
So, okay, well then I guess I'll try to just conceal it the best I can and stick to the shadows either way.
Okay. Why don't
Head
you
down,
guys
not looking up?
give me some stealth checks here?
Moxie's gonna grab her
Yeah.
bag from the back and give it to Angus as though he's, her bodyguard and should be carrying things.
Okay.
Sounds fine with me.
Stealth,
Stealth.
you said, right?
Stealth.
I'm gonna spend 2 points of luck.
Alrighty.
Stealth. Doesn't help that I'm just not fast at finding anything in this character sheet.
Left
let's-
There it is.
side.
I got it.
Cool.
I got it. 15.
18.
15 and 18. Okay, cool. Let me write some notes.
Pretty good for a big old dude.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Cool. You guys make your way out of the car, trying to look as inconspicuous as possible. Then what?
Well, we're going to try to get into a position where we can kind of start heading towards that house, but we need to get the other 5 or so party members parked and moving that same direction.
Moxie wants to head there before, like, she doesn't want to go as a group. She'd rather go sooner rather than later
Well, yeah.
and
But
find a shadow.
yeah, that's kind of just trying to stick to the shadows and stick to the dark to where we can get to the house where the rest of the group parks. They can get out and then we can all move up at the house at the same time from different angles. And
So the way the houses are illuminated, I mean, there is dark areas, but the street in particular is pretty well lit. You could take a step onto the lawns and get kind of behind the street lamps, and that would let you stay to the dark. Is that what you want to
that's
do?
what yeah.
Alrighty.
Moxie's plan is to, get behind, find some darkness. If we're not going directly to the house, she wants either a hedge or something so she can change. But she would like to change closer to the house rather than further away.
Closer to Streamline's house.
Correct.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, there's definitely some hedges you can kind of duck behind for a second to get changed. In the meantime, Rex's car is pulling up down the road. Now, something important might be to note that Michael's house is on the right side of the road. There's the street. There's some houses. Then there's the another row of houses followed by the street, houses, cliff. So that means Streamline's house is kind of across the road from Michael's, across some houses, and then his house would be around there somewhere. And it's a little farther up than Michael's house. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a cul-de-sac, and we're over here, and there's a street, and there's 2 houses, and his house is on this side of this street over here.
It's a circle, not a
And there's
cul-de-sac,
cars.
but yeah.
Well, I mean, a loop. Sorry, a loop.
Yeah. Okay. So car 1, I guess. Yes. Pulls up Rex's car. Where are you guys parking? Rex says, should I just park on the road here?
Yeah, just wherever you can find a space.
In front of this guy's house over here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He pulls up, starts looking around. Says, don't have a lot of options here, but wedges himself in between 2 cars. He says, you guys might want to get out of the car, but first.
All right. I'm gonna grab my Hana mask and turn off the lights on it. Turn off the lights on my hair. Button up my doctor's jacket. Grab
Okay.
my bag with everything in it,
Okay.
and then step out.
Okay, you
Office in
guys.
the house.
The team.
I'm basically doing the same thing, but yeah.
Okay. You guys all step out onto the street while Rex wedges himself in between two cars and basically uses his window to pull himself out of the car to get onto the road. Accesses his agent and then rolls up the window remotely. How fancy. And you guys are all out in front of the party. There's a bunch of people, just laughter, talking, just a bedlam of noise from this part of the street. You can tell one of the neighbors, like across the street down away, has their light on and they're like peeking through their window. But when you guys step out, just a bunch of people out of the front, people you don't really know, say, "Hey!"
And I nod and then just kind of walk away.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm following Wraith.
Okay, when you turn to follow Wraith and you hear somewhere from the background, tell me something really quick, Checkers.
Mm-hmm.
Are you known by Checkers widely? How long have you been known by Checkers?
Probably only since I left Pacifica.
Okay. The name before that was?
That's a really good question.
Oh no. I didn't see it in your document.
Yeah, I don't think I ever planned for that.
Oh.
Nisha.
Nisha. Nisha! Nisha, is that you? Nisha!
Oh. I'm gonna whip off my hat and stuff in my pocket and then turn around and be like, hey!
You.
Behind you in the lawn is a woman of mixed Indian and other Asian, like Japanese descent.
Mm-hmm.
And you're having a hard time remembering their name at this point. It's been so long since you've seen them. And she's wearing kind of this stylized dress that has like an asymmetric shape across her chest and that same cut across her legs. She's wearing high-rise boots and this is black sparkling number around her body. She looks you over and she walks up to you slowly at first, then briskly, and she says, "Oh my God, it's really you."
Well, yeah, I didn't die or anything.
All I remember is your parents said they could not find you. You ran away from home or something. They were worried you had been captured or killed or something.
You spoke to my parents.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
My
not
parents made an appearance here after they left.
They didn't make an appearance here, no.
Okay.
But, you hear things down the grapevine. I might have called them up at one point to see how they were. My family wasn't affected by,
Lucky you. I'm gonna wave my hand behind my back to tell everyone else to keep going.
I'm gonna keep going, but I'm gonna tell Deeps to stay close to her.
What does Deep say?
Deeps is the guardian.
We have podcast listeners.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I go stand next to her, and then I'll walk up and be like, "Hey, babe, who's this?"
Oh.
Gives him a visible, like, what the fuck look.
Does she notice?
Old friend from, back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Can I roll to try and remember names?
Yeah, concentration, please.
Oh boy.
You could have helped her with this by like, "Hi, I'm Deeps" to this random stranger, but instead you're like,
I was actually about to introduce myself, but she asked to remember the name first.
Hey, 10.
"Oh, nice."
Oh,
Nice.
And then an 8.
Oh, wow.
You're very
25.
concentrated.
You're gonna remember her shoe size.
You remember... 25, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking it up here. Her name is Akane. That's... Well, you... No, 25 is pretty good. So, you remember her name is Akane Yukiko. And she is... her family is from kind of the same area that yours is from.
Okay.
And by that I mean field of research, but they were in different groups. So while, your family kind of rose, hers isn't one that was affected by the fall of everybody out from underneath you, from underneath them. You guys maybe did a few play dates when you were kids, and
Deeps. This is Akane. Akane Deeps.
Oh, nice to meet you.
pleasure
Put
to
out
meet
my
you.
hand.
She extends her hand in that dainty, high-class female kind of way.
Oh, then I will do the whole, I don't know. Do you kiss the hand? I think so. That's what I do.
Oh my god, that is tacky. Where did you
Hey.
dig this guy up? She looks over his attire.
It's a really long story.
That's okay, darling. I like slumming it a little bit too. How are you?
Average.
Honestly, not great. It's kind of been a shit year,
I can
Two.
tell, I can tell.
And I kind of haven't really been on speaking terms with my parents at all.
Well, that stands to reason. I mean, they are a bunch of traitorous bastards.
Yeah.
At least that's what everybody says.
Yeah, so.
Well, I can understand you wanting to get away. And because you did, I might be able to get you a job back at Biotechnica if you're so interested. I know you're probably going through, she gestures to your attire. You're probably going through something right now, and I can help you out.
I'm wearing the yellow dress.
You are wearing the yellow dress, but you got a 12 on your wardrobe style.
Yeah.
I do love that she was wearing the yellow dress with her baseball cap, though.
Yeah.
Your hair's, well, actually, you've got an 18 on your personal grooming, so somehow, even removing the hat, your hair is beautiful.
Do I get a personal grooming roll?
You did. We rolled it for you. I'll tell you
Oh.
your numbers.
I didn't do well. I'm not good at that.
Really, really poorly.
I was in charge of
Okay.
it, so
Your wardrobe and style was 10. Your personal grooming is 7. So you actually, yeah. To be fair, you were sleeping all day and you kind of get rushed into this whole thing.
Fair enough.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, everyone got negatives except for me. Change.
Yep.
You know,
I mean, this-
appreciate
this-
that, but I don't know if you remember, but that wasn't my field. That was, you know, part of the whole thing with my parents, is that I didn't want to follow them. So, yeah, that's not what I do.
Well, you wouldn't be. In fact, if you came back, that would be the ultimate act of rebellion, really. Don't you think?
They still work for Biotechnica, you know.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
They must have
Yeah,
got moved somewhere else.
They did. And they made a fuck ton of money off of it and are living large, at last I heard. And I'd rather just not have anything to do with it. Thanks.
Mm. All right. Well, I mean, I tried.
You
I
did,
don't
and
often
I
do
appreciate
charity
it.
for everyone, but you are a special case for me.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. If there's
Yeah.
anything I can do you have an agent? Can you afford an agent? I mean, you've
Yeah.
afforded this lovely attire. It's just, I don't know. Did you forget a button?
It was a really rushed thing to get here. Yeah, I have an agent.
So you must be
Um,
doing well for yourself then. If you're so busy, you can't put on your clothes right.
You could say that.
Hey, let's go.
Understand.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
I gotta take off. But
Are
hey,
you guys not here for this?
we have to do a thing first.
Oh. Go ahead, and you're going to need to roll a conversation at this point.
I'm not lying.
You're not lying, but you are concealing something.
I am.
Just kill her.
I
Why did
could.
never find this skill.
I really, really could.
Yes, that's a good idea, guys.
Please don't.
We'll just
To be
start
fair,
taking people
draw
out
all the
left and
cops
right.
over that way. To
It's a
us.
strategy.
I was thinking that
Not
was a good strategy.
strategy. No, it's not.
We could
Just
Not
firebomb
when
a
it's
house
the
on the
two
other
of us who
side.
can do electronic stuff.
Right.
Why can't I find this skill?
Right column top.
Towards the top. Yeah.
I could try to
There it
pickpocket
is.
her,
Of course, Moxie
but I might do
knows
that
it.
later. If we go to
Reverse
the party.
pickpocket.
I'm
Yeah.
often asked to do empathy rolls. I know where they are, 'cause my
Yeah.
empathy is shit.
I'm going
Me
to spend
too.
2 luck.
Uh-huh.
That's a good idea.
Fuck.
Uh-oh. Is that a one?
Ah,
A 1 followed by a 1.
It's
Not
not
bad.
as bad
Could
as
be
what-
worse.
No, my total is a 7.
That's better than
bad.
mine would be.
And what
Oh
thing
wait,
is...
no, I spent 2 luck. So 9.
9. Oh, man.
ugh. Looks like we're killing a socialite.
Okay, you're doing something you're coming to a party, but doing something somewhere else.
Well, okay, so I got this contract to fix a thing, and it's kind of confidential, and I can't really talk about it. But afterwards, I get to come to the party.
Sure. Okay. I'll bet that's true. Well,
But here,
Why
I
don't
can
you-
I can give you my details, or you can give me yours if you want. And we
Sure.
can catch up another time.
why don't I'll take yours.
Okay.
Okay. What is your number?
Real quick, I have 2 disposable phones.
Okay. You use the number for one of those?
Yes.
Okay. You use the number for one of your disposable phones, and she takes it down. And I'm sorry. This is the GM asking. Nadi?
Nisha.
Nisha. Apologies. Nisha puts the number in her phone and tucks her.
Oh
Agent-
no, her name. My name is Nisha. Her
That's what I'm
name
asking.
is-
No, I know what I named her. She puts away the agent into a really fancy black purse that's just far too tiny for much more than the agent.
A clutch.
But probably cost her a fortune, a small fortune. Well, it was really great to see you.
Yeah, you too.
I'm so glad to see you.
It's been great.
Yes. Be safe now.
Yeah, totally. I'll see you later.
I'm pulling
still
you
here.
away.
Okay.
Bye.
She waves over her shoulder as she walks away back towards the party.
We have to somehow pin this whole thing on her now.
You don't even know. You walked away.
What a bitch.
Oh yeah, that's just this neighborhood.
Oh.
I mean, if we just threw a grenade into that house.
That was
It would
actually,
cost-
almost nice for, what she usually is.
It sounded
But-
like backhanded compliment type stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it absolutely is. But backhanded is way better than straight to your face. Trust me. Or at least it's easier to deal with, because you can ignore it. Let's get out of here, please.
Oh, I'm pulling. We're walking.
All right. So, are you guys stealthily going? Wraith, you were first, so
I'm not
you're just
stealthily
walking down the
nothing.
street.
I turn off my lights and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How about you and Deeps and Checkers? Are you guys stealthily trying to make your way there, or no? Just walking.
Not till we're out of sight of that party.
Sure.
At least.
Yeah.
But after
once
that
we're out
point-
of the side of the party, I would like to duck somewhere and change.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Or wait,
Uh,
did I have nice clothes?
What?
You're
Did I have
wearing
nice
a
Wearing
suit.
a business
Yes.
Yeah,
suit.
you're wearing a
You're-
business suit, and
Yes, you are.
Oh, well,
They bought you a business
man.
suit.
I didn't know that. I would have totally done. Okay.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
You're
I should've
wearing
told you.
Wraith's business suit that we think was when he bought it for NetShark.
Oh shit! So it fits like crap.
Well, I don't know. What's your
It's-
body's?
Not that bad.
My body's a 6.
My body is also a 6.
So it actually fits pretty okay. As if body's the only thing that determines
I
that,
was gonna
but
say, I
it
think
fits
height-wise,
okay.
you guys are about the same too.
Well, I
Um,
always thought I was a yeah. Never mind.
Can I get some stealth checks from you?
Yep.
But my
I'm really
body,
good at this skill. Don't worry. That might be sarcasm.
that's why I'm not even trying to stealth. I might be good at it. I don't know.
this is what I get for getting a 10 on something inconsequential.
10? 10?
220.
I know
29.
he has like the biggest, like the most luck
29.
of any person I have ever known.
I got a 12.
12
This dice right here, I really like.
for checkers. Got it. Okay, so just so you know, with a rush job for changing, I assume you're not trying to look pretty.
Oh God, no.
So just about 10 minutes to change for you as well, Moxie. And in that 10 minutes, while Angus is kind of standing guard, Wraith is making his way by.
By me?
Yes, by you.
Just walking down the sidewalk.
I hate you so much. Fucking utterly useless to me. Just utterly useless to me. Wraith.
Yeah, what's up? I say loudly.
Would you shut up and get over here quietly?
Yeah, I walk over there. No stealth to what I'm doing in the least.
Okay.
Where's the rest of your team?
They're on their way. Checkers ran into somebody she knew, so the two tech
Is
experts.
Rex with him?
Where's Rex and Cammy?
Oh,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just a few feet behind.
I
me.
would say Rex and Cammy are right with you. Apologies, I forgot about that.
I walked faster than them.
Okay, then they're a
Were they
little while
stealthing?
behind. I don't think so. Not if Wraith was. They're following his lead.
Terrible idea. Terrible decision all the way across the board. Terrible idea. Okay.
But when they notice you kind of like sneaking into or you guys are kind of like hidden in behind some hedges, that's when they'll kind of pick up and start stealthing as well.
I rolled the stealth, by the way, when you whispered at me. I got a 4.
Okay. Yeah. Good work.
Oh.
Good work.
Oh,
I'm standing on the sidewalk, like right next to a lamp, looking in the bushes at you.
Just staring
Talking at
straight into
normal
the camera. Once the rest of the party gets here, we should move as quickly as we can. Let's figure out if we can get into that drone system and how long that takes, and then we should start moving before more people start noticing groups of people walking through a neighborhood.
can we not? Moxie wanted to like get as close to Streamline's house as possible before changing. So how far are we at this point? Can we see the house?
Yeah, why don't we say it's through this backyard that you're at?
Okay, so while Moxie was changing, would Angus have enough time to monitor, count how long it takes the drone to
I
circle?
have 10 minutes. I would guess so.
I would assume so.
So go ahead and make
Really big circle.
I want to say tracking check in this case.
A tracking check.
Ooh, I get to see
Guess
that
who
often.
Guess who has tracking?
Yes,
Angus has tracking.
nice.
Nice.
What?
What? Yeah. 8 plus 7, so 15.
Ooh,
15.
This is a
Nice.
far cry from what usually happens.
Um,
I'm purpose built to kill things inside of buildings.
you would
So-
guess
I know.
that
I know.
the whole perimeter takes maybe 3 minutes for the drone to pass by.
Jeez.
So
Okay.
relatively small rotations.
Okay.
Around 3 to 5.
What's the girl's name that's there with them?
Cammy?
Tammy.
Cammy.
Cammy. How
Uh-huh.
long would it take? Can you get into that drone from here, or how much closer do you need to be?
I need to be within 8 meters.
What about how much closer is that?
Like
I'm
she stands at a point and then moves 8 meters
No.
away.
I'm looking. How much closer does that GM? Sorry.
Oh, from where you currently are standing?
Currently are. How much closer do we need to get to? the
Very
house?
a lot closer. You'll
8
basically
meters?
have to walk. 8 meters is roughly 24 feet. Wait, am I doing my math wrong?
I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm not. It's 24 feet.
Is it really?
Yeah.
A meter's about 3 feet.
Okay. Okay. So
So it's a little more, probably closer to 25, but it's fine.
26. And how long is the walkway from the street to the house?
That'll have to look. Hold on.
But I don't have to be. I just have to be within 8 meters of the drone. Right?
Which lights the perimeter, so
It's about 18 meters from the section where the kind of sidewalk breaks off into the 2 different entryways. From middle point there to the sidewalk is roughly 18 meters. Yes?
Yeah.
While they're trying to figure that out, can Moxie and Rex be on lookout up and down the street for vehicles and people?
Sure. Make perception tests. What were you going to ask, Ewan?
There's no good way to keep you safe and out of its sight while you're trying to get into it.
Probably not. Would we be better served trying to get in the house and just out of the view from the drone?
Well, that was going to be my next one, is hit it faster. I don't want to make a lot of noise, but if it's a... Because as soon as we fire off a round, we're going to be incurring a lot of
Depends on if
attention.
someone's in the house or not.
Well, if any other ones from the neighbors hears the gunshot, that's what I'm concerned about now.
But we're trying to pick the locks first.
Right, but that takes longer than a couple of minutes probably for the drone cycle. To get everyone up onto a balcony, then pick the locks, have the drone time it out, the drone will be
Does
back
the
around
drone
before-
fly over the balcony?
Yeah, it drives the whole perimeter of the house.
Yeah, but is it higher than the balcony? Like if someone ducked down, is it level with the balcony or higher?
Oh, probably somewhere close to the lip of the balcony, but not quite up there.
Like if someone ducked down behind the wall of the balcony, could they be hidden from the drone?
It's glass, so no.
Oh,
Okay.
If it
That-
weren't glass.
If it wasn't glass,
Okay.
okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
important to know.
okay. Didn't know it was
That
glass.
changes things.
Does change things.
Yeah.
How long, Wraith, would it take you to pick a lock, a physical lock?
Maybe a minute or two.
Well, you opened the door, right?
The front door was.
From the balcony.
Yes.
So if he hasn't been home, theory that
It'll
door's
be
still
open.
unlocked.
In theory.
So if someone can just get up there and test it or run back within 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, I can make the distance and check the door in that time.
How high up is the balcony? It's
I think I described it as maybe 3 to 4 meters tall,
so 12 feet,
around there.
10 to 12 feet. Can you scale 10 feet quickly? Oh shit, I
Can
can.
you go with someone with a boost?
I have a grapple hand.
That would be helpful, yeah.
Do you want to just go and see if the door is unlocked, Angus?
If it's unlocked, you can just open the front door.
Well, if it's unlocked, that means we can also get inside that. If no one's in that room, we can also get inside the house quietly and then hack the system from the cameras inside. We don't have to worry about the drone.
What'd you get on your perception test?
Who?
A whopping 14
Okay. It's not horrible.
because I rolled like shit.
Haven't noticed anything.
Cool.
You rolled a 2, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. I could get up there, but I would be the one that would help anyone else get up to the top.
What do you mean?
To give someone else a boost, I'm the one most applicable to do so.
Pretty sure Rex can help most of us, especially if you're over the edge helping pull. The two of you should be fine.
Okay.
I mean, you can also jump back down from the balcony. It's
Well,
really not a
probably
big deal.
up and down is going to be the problem.
Whatever we're gonna do, we need to do fast. I don't really like being in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
No, we should. I'm tempted to just say slam the door and go to the front, but I think I'll be outvoted.
Why don't you run over there with Wraith? Give him a boost. Wraith, check and see if the door's open.
Yeah, on it.
Once the drone flies by, if it is, give a wave. Cammy, you go next.
Okay. So I will go over, give a boost so that he can get in, and then I'll try to clear out of the way of the drone. Is that right?
You've got 3 minutes, so just
Okay.
Okay. So you guys sit there and wait for the drone to pass by again. And then you and Angus and Wraith rush forward towards kind of the balcony spot. Go ahead and make an athletics test, Wraith. You'll get a +1 for Angus helping you.
Just a +1?
Yep.
A body of 8. I can throw him.
He's a body of 6. He's not that much lighter than you.
And I have 4 in athletics.
It's a +1.
Spending 1 on luck. I shouldn't have. I rolled a 10,
Nice.
followed by a 6.
Nice.
Parkour.
7, right? 17, 18 plus athletics of 10, 28.
28?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Yeah, so with Angus's help, whoosh, you just do this running jump planting your foot
Fastball special.
into his clasped fingers, and he just chucks you up behind him. You do this small airborne like wheel kick as you clear over the top the rail of the balcony and land on the opposite side. You're on this kind of like
Spider-Man.
a wood grain, like a nice light beech wood grain balcony, and you can peer into a little bit into the room, but you can't see deep enough to really catch a glimpse of anything at this point. There is glass, the sliding glass door and glass windows on facing this balcony that would be the entryway into the room.
I should probably roll a find traps, but instead I'm going to check and see if it's locked.
You move over to the kind of handle to pull the glass door, and applying a little bit of muscle, slides open without incident.
I'm going to close it.
Okay.
And then send a message. Is there any like furniture or anything up here?
No, there's not.
Who has a balcony without a chair on it? All right.
Streamline. Sure.
I'm going to send a message.
It probably
to group,
stands, that asshole.
Right. Stands naked, drinking coffee, looking at his neighbor's backyard.
Yep.
Actually, his neighbor's balcony is the direct opposite.
Their master bedroom. He just stands there watching them, critiquing them.
Yep.
I was worried there was going to be a stick in the slider thing. You wouldn't be able to get in.
My cabbages.
I
sent a
can't pick
message
this lock. You do what?
that I sent a message that the door is unlocked.
Okay.
I try to duck out of the way of the drone. Is
Okay.
there a spot I could get to.
There's kind of like a hedge alongside the window that you could maybe hide behind.
I'm assuming you're going to want me to check that.
What do you mean check that? I have your
Like,
stealth
roll
roll
stealth.
already.
Oh, is it a consistent? Is it a continuous one?
I'm going to keep it.
Oh, okay. Then I will do that.
All right.
And then as soon as it passes by, I'm going to start waving people over.
Okay. What do
I
you do in
assume
the
this does
3
not
minutes?
Take 3 minutes. Yeah.
Wraith?
If there's nowhere to conceal myself there,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to open the door and like peek inside, like slowly open the door and like peek inside.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception minus. This one might be -4.
Would it help if I
There.
threw a flare in there first?
Yeah, this one's -4, and it would.
I'm
You
not
wanna
gonna
do
that?
He sounds so gleeful.
No, house catches
Streamlined
on
there,
fire.
naked in a chair.
Do you have a
Got it.
flashlight?
Just a moment. I was just looking at my gear and I forget if I have a flashlight. I do have a flashlight. I'm going to turn on my flashlight.
Okay, that'll reduce it by 2, I think. So -2.
Yeah.
Preparation H.
If you'd like to
my
use it, that's a good question.
Yeah.
perception, I am going to use it, but I'm keeping it low.
Low.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, that spun for way too long. 17.
17.
Nice.
You look around the room, and it is one of those rooms that is so Spartan that it's unsettling. There's no pictures on the walls. There is hardly anything. There's a wardrobe against one wall, and this kind of like silk bed set in the center, the dead center of the room, not even against the wall, dead center of the room. It's covered in these red silk sheets. As you're kind of moving your flashlight around, you can see the reflection of kind of windows on the far side, directly opposite of you and across from the bed. You can kind of see the reflection of the light beam off some
I turn
windows.
off my flashlight as soon as I see it pick up on the other window.
Okay.
Do I hear anything inside the room?
Before that, there is one chair that is facing the door. It is just a red cushioned chair, like a recliner. And just beyond that chair, there's a doorway.
Okay.
What did you ask now?
Do I hear anything?
No.
Can I get to the wardrobe? If I like stay low, can I get to the wardrobe without passing a doorway?
Yeah, you can absolutely. It's kind of behind the chair.
Okay, I would like to open up the wardrobe.
Okay. So you move over to the wardrobe and then kind of silently open it. Did you
Yeah.
roll stealth?
Not really, not officially.
Okay, then roll stealth now.
All right,
I
would like to
assume
do
you're
that.
being stealthy.
Yes, I'm being extra stealthy.
See, you have to give him a +2 because he said extra.
Yeah.
That is not how this works.
I'm really bad at stealth. 16.
16.
I think it's better than me, bud.
Yeah, 16's not bad.
16 is pretty damn
I
good.
rolled a 9 to get that.
So you silently pad across the wood grain floor, making your way to the it's more of an armoire than a dresser.
I assumed.
But you look through the dresser. There's immaculately kept clothing, very neatly folded in these neat piles throughout each of them. I mean, you're at the underwear drawer to start.
Okay, can I open the doors a little bit to give myself some cover?
So you open the wardrobe door?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And I am going to try to wait there, giving myself what little cover I can from the windows.
Okay. All right, flipping back to the rest of the team. What are you guys doing?
Once
Still waiting to get there.
once the drone goes by again, I'm gonna wave everyone over and start hucking them up the thing.
Okay.
That's the
Everybody,
plan, correct?
you guys are all going in through the balcony?
There was a part of the team was going to go through the front door, part of the team was going to go on the balcony. So plans changed. We need to know.
Oh, well, I apologize. I was under the impression that if the door was going to be open, we were all going to go through the safe door instead of through the loud door where we have to pick it with the camera and everything.
Cool.
I
thought that was-
I should wheel something back a little bit before you guys all run over there.
Can we
Okay.
say that
Angus-
was the plan? We talked about it.
Angus, while you're sitting there or in the bush, you do hear a kind of electric whir. Every so often. And looking at the source of that noise, you definitely spot above one of the windows on the far side of the opposite side of the door from where you're standing, against the wall of the house, there is a bulbous glass kind of half orb.
A camera.
Looks like it might be some sort of security camera, yes.
Well, I guess it's too late for any of that stealth stuff. But it can see it's in. I'm in line of it, basically.
You'd be behind the bush from it, but it probably saw you jump up if it was positioned that way when you guys were doing that.
I have no way to communicate anything to anyone because I don't have a.
Do you still have Moxie's phone?
No.
Oh, nice.
I still have Moxie's phone.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm waiting for.
You wave people over.
I'm waving people over.
You're gonna wave them over?
We're just gonna have to go fast. And so basically, the plan at this point in Angus's head, not for anyone else here who can actually hear it, but so that you can know, Chris, is if it's gonna go fucking sideways, we're gonna go fucking sideways fast and hope everything turns out.
Okay.
Exactly.
So what are you doing?
I'm waving people over,
And
and then as soon as the first one gets to me, I'm gonna be like this,
Yeah.
so they can see what the plan is. And
Hook
I'm
your
gonna get 'em
fingers.
up over there. We've got about 3 minutes.
So
I think
Cammy was
Yeah.
told to come next, so she's coming next.
right?
I'll do her athletics. I'll give her the
She's
plus
light.
one. She's
She's
fairly light,
though.
but
go.
she's got a. Oh my god, that's a 10.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a 21. You huck her tiny body over the balcony, whoosh, like she was made of feather. And she just like soars over it, and then like has to like brace herself against hitting the window, and her like fingers kind of smear against the window as she goes down.
I think we'll stick with I think the best plan is to do the original one. Now that Angus is here, that I tell her on her way up, tell Wraith, I'm going to the front door now.
Okay. Or she just gives you a thumbs up.
So I'll get her up and then wave everyone and point towards the front door.
Okay.
Once, I'm assuming the things. That's only. How long did it take her to run over to me and me to huck her?
Maybe a few seconds. You really have a lot of time.
Let's go. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna wave everyone to me. So the entryway right to the door, and there's a camera above the door, correct?
Mhm.
For sure. I'm gonna stack on the outside of the wall right there. And
So underneath where the camera would be.
So like, if the camera is the door flush to the wall, or
Mhm.
is it like
Kinda.
set on a recess?
It's a. I guess it would be recessed a little bit.
Like a little, like it's got like a couple of walls on the outside, and like the doors back set from the front of the house. I suppose I could look as well.
It's more flush, honestly. If
Is
you
it?
look at the
Okay.
map, yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
there's a small recess, but not by much.
Yeah. So we're gonna get Deeps to get that lock open, correct? Is the plan?
When Steeps gets here.
Yep. Well, everyone should be running over at the same time. Is what
I would
I'm
assume you guys
Deeps
are
and
all running.
checkers aren't in. Are they? Have they joined us at this point?
I would say
it's
so,
good.
yes.
Okay.
For ease.
Oh,
But
okay.
let's-
I thought they were joined us.
Apologies.
when we were planning everything.
I forgot to meet them with the group. You guys would have met with the group and kind of. I
Oh, we would not
apologize.
have-
I'm so sorry.
Cool.
I thought
Did you
why
know-
I don't know why we would have started without them.
Yeah.
To test the door. Moxie was concerned about testing it and coming back, but
Nope. We're gonna do it live.
We'll just say that you arrive now, just to keep timing straight.
Let's go.
Uh,
I will point.
Rex kind of fills you in. He just gives you a quick synopsis. Here's what we're doing. Let's go.
I point to Deeps and then point to the door.
Rex looks at you. Moxie says, I think my best vantage point is going to be through those big windows on the front side. I'm going to make my way around that way. Keep an eye out.
okay.
Stay in radio contact.
What if they're bulletproof?
Then I'll move in.
Okay.
So I'm not going with Wraith.
Not anymore.
Stay frosty.
Great.
Me too. Door was open. Embrace with Kami.
Okay.
And then
I'm gonna-
I need Deeps to open a lock.
I'm gonna get into my. I'm gonna grab my bag, open it, but not just to make things faster. I need to see what kind of lock it is.
It is definitely an electronic lock with a keypad and a thumbprint.
Cool. Then I'm gonna.
Is
pull,
there room
I'm gonna,
for me to be next to him so I can assist?
Yes.
Okay.
I would
Hold on.
like
Like
to
to
still
that.
be across the street, hidden in shadow, keeping an eye out for cars until this goddamn door is open.
Okay, there are a few bushes you could probably hide behind.
Thank you.
All right, and that is where we will call our 10-minute break. I think this is a perfect time before
tension.
something happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. All right.
That's
well,
the bingo.
that's a bingo. Okay. Anyway,
See you guys in
we'll see you
10.
guys in 10.
In 10.
Soon.
Yeah.
Let me get the
Not
timer
used to
set.
this. Still not.
Because we'll be right.
There we go. Hey again, folks. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Saves vs. Deaths Shades of Scarlet Cyberpunk Red campaign. Wow, that's a mouthful. Anyway, I just want to thank you all for joining us tonight. We will air the second half of this episode next Saturday. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all there. We'll be live on the weeks following. It's just we had to do pre-recording to keep Angus here for this special occasion. Thank you all for joining us. I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye. Oh wait, no, I have some thank yous to make. So first of all, thanks to Sky Knight. Arna Sky Knight. That's the one. Thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Welcome in, raiders. If you're still around, appreciate you being here. Thanks to Velvet Sanity for all of the subs. That was super awesome of you. If you got a sub from him, make sure you say thank you. And then lastly, thanks for the follow. Sarcastic Cumich? I don't know. I think I said it right. Anyway, thanks for the follow, man. We'll appreciate you being here, and thanks for being a first-time chatter. Always appreciate that. Well, thank you all again. I'm just thanking everything here. Thanks my mom for letting me do this. Thanks to... No, okay, bye.